As I waded into the murky waters of the Mississippi River, metal detector in hand, searching for lost treasures hidden beneath the silt and current, I couldn't shake the thrill of the unknown. This stretch near an old forgotten steamboat landing in Missouri had an air of mystery, with overgrown vines reclaiming rusted pilings and whispers of forgotten stories carried by the wind. What secrets had the river swallowed over centuries? You won't believe what I found that day. It started with a faint beep that pulled me deeper, my heart racing as I imagined the riches just out of reach. My first discovery emerged from the mud like a relic from another era, a silver locket, tarnished but intact, engraved with intricate floral patterns from the late 1800s. As I pried it open, a faded photograph inside revealed a couple in Victorian attire, hinting at a love story lost to time. Lockets like this were popular among riverboat travelers during the Gilded Age, often carrying mementos of distant families. Their historical value lies in capturing personal histories amid America's westward expansion, sometimes fetching thousands at auctions for their sentimental and artisanal craftsmanship. Deeper along the bank, where the water lapped against abandoned wharf remnants, my detector buzzed again. I unearthed a gold coin, a Spanish doubloon from the early 1700s, its edges worn from years of trade. These coins circulated widely during colonial times, fueling commerce along the Mississippi as European powers vied for control. Historically, they represent the river's role as a vital artery for global exchange, with similar pieces valued in museums for illustrating economic ties between old worlds and new frontiers. The sun dipped lower, casting long shadows over the desolate landing, and another signal led me to a cluster of antique buttons. These were from Union uniforms during the Civil War era, brass with eagle insignias that once adorned soldiers' coats. Though not weapons, they evoke the river's strategic importance in battles like Vicksburg, where supply lines determined fates. Collectors prize them for their connection to pivotal American history, often appraising at hundreds per piece due to their rarity and preserved detail. Splashing through shallower pools near a crumbling levee, I hit on something heavier, a porcelain figurine, delicately painted as a shepherdess from the mid-19th century. Likely from a Meissen-style factory, these were luxury imports for affluent riverfront homes, symbolizing European elegance amid frontier life. Their value stems from the porcelain revolution in manufacturing, with intact examples educating us on transatlantic trade and social aspirations, sometimes selling for over $1,000. As twilight crept in, adding to the enigmatic hush of the abandoned site, my sweep uncovered a jade brooch carved with oriental motifs from the 1920s. This piece probably belonged to a jazz-age traveler on a Mississippi paddle-wheeler, reflecting the cultural fusion during Prohibition. Historically, such jewelry highlights the river's jazz heritage and immigrant influences, making it a gem for historians valued highly for its artistry and era-specific symbolism. Venturing to a silted inlet where old barges once docked, the detector screamed at a buried chain. It was a platinum necklace with a pendant, Art Deco design from the 1930s, embedded with tiny diamonds. These were fashionable among the elite during the Great Depression, often lost in hasty escapes along trade routes. Their historical significance ties to economic resilience and design innovation, with similar items auctioned for fortunes due to their scarcity and timeless appeal. The river's current tugged at my boots as I probed further into the mysterious overgrown bend, revealing a sterling silver cufflink set, monogrammed from the Roaring '20s. Crafted in Chicago style, they speak to the Mississippi's link to urban migration and speakeasy culture. Valued for documenting fashion evolution and social mobility, these small treasures offer educational insights into America's interwar prosperity, prized by collectors worldwide. Night was falling over the forsaken landing, heightening the intrigue of each step. When I struck gold literally, a Roman aureus coin from the 1st century AD, somehow washed down through trade or shipwrecks. Though ancient, it underscores the Mississippi's unexpected global connections via explorers. Historically, such coins illuminate Roman commerce's far-reaching impact, with their rarity driving values into the tens of thousands, sparking endless curiosity about how they ended up here. As the darkness fully settled over the forgotten bend of the Mississippi, the river seemed to hold its breath, and my detector gave the loudest, most insistent signal, yet strong enough to vibrate through my gloves. I dropped to my knees in the shallow water, digging frantically with my hands until my fingers closed around something cold, heavy, and perfectly round. Pulling it free from the silt, I held up a massive gold pocket watch, its case engraved with swirling vines and the name, Elias Hawthorne, St. Louis, 1857. The crystal was cracked, but the movement inside still ticked faintly after all. These years a miracle of craftsmanship from the height of the steamboat era. This wasn't just any watch. It was a high-grade, railroad-grade timepiece made by the American Watch Company, one of the most precise and expensive models of its day. Riverboat captains and merchants relied on these to keep schedules on the unpredictable Mississippi, where timing could mean fortune or ruin during the boom years before the Civil War. Historians consider surviving. Examples from this exact maker and period extremely rare, often valued in the tens of thousands, because they represent the pinnacle of 19th century American horology and the golden age of river commerce. Holding it felt like grasping a heartbeat from history itself. I sat back on the muddy bank, staring at the watch in the beam of my headlamp, completely stunned. After everything else the river had given up that day, lockets, coins, jewelry, figurines, this was the crown jewel. The one find that could rewrite a small chapter of someone's family legacy or end up in a museum display case. The mystery of how it ended up buried here, lost for over a century and a half, only deepened the magic of the moment. Thanks so much for coming along on this adventure with me today. Folks, it means the world to share these hidden stories from the Mississippi with you. Drop a comment below and let me know which find was your favorite. The silver locket, the Spanish doubloon, the Civil War buttons, the porcelain shepherdess, the jade brooch, the Art Deco necklace, the monogrammed cufflinks, or this incredible gold pocket watch that still ticks. If you enjoyed the hunt and want to see more lost treasures pulled from rivers, old trails, and forgotten places, make sure to join the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload, and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps these stories reach more people who love a good treasure hunt. Until the next signal beeps, stay curious out there.